Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. So this is going to be my next build, Revell's 172nd Fokker DR1 triplane. Now I've built a few of the Revell triplanes in the past, but I've just found out that this is a retooling from 2003. So it's not the venerable one from 1966. I've got to be honest, when I worked out when 2003 was and realised it was 23 years ago, I kind of like I had to stop for a minute and kind of just shake my head. Where does the time go? So I'm going to finish this kit as the Red Baron's aircraft. Let me just show you the back of the box. So the back of the box shows you the build finished as the Red Baron's aircraft. There is another iteration you can do, which I'll show you when I show you the instructions. Let's have a quick look at the sprues. So the first sprue, we've got the mid-wing here that comes off the top of the fuselage, and I think this is the bottom wing. We've got the outside struts, the machine guns. I think these are like skids on the that go on the outside the wing. We've got the propeller, the floor, seat. I assume that's the rear of the engine, and we've got the machine gun mounts there as well. I think that may be the joystick there. Here we have the engine cowling, another part of the engine there. Some of the struts that go from the fuselage up to the wing, top wing. We've got the undercarriage there as well. The tail, fuselage. Nicely printed decals. So here here are the instructions. We've got the sprue tree up the top as well, and we've got steps 1 to 6. You will notice that there's here a different colour call out depending on which aircraft you do. Steps 7 to 11. They show the rigging required on this, which isn't a lot, thankfully. One of the reasons I chose this was to break myself in gently to doing World War I aircraft again. And then we have the final steps 12 to 17, again with some rigging instructions. Here we have the decal placement and the colour callouts for the Red Baron's aircraft. And we have the colour callouts for, I think, the Red Baron's brother, Lothar von Richthofen. Now this one looks a bit more convoluted, and I may attempt that another time, but as I say, for this iteration I'll just do the Red Baron's all over red aircraft. So there you go guys, I'm going to keep this as one video, which is what I'm normally doing these days. So I'm going to crack on with this, and I shall show you some progress in a bit. Okay, I'm back guys. The Vallejo bottle is just there to give a size comparison for the model kit. I shall take that off now. So the triplane is complete, as you can see. Unfortunately I haven't done all the rigging on this aircraft. I used a stretch sprue to provide the rigging. I hadn't got the drill bit to drill through the wings like I usually do, and then the whatever material I would use would go through the upper wing and down onto the fuselage in this instance. So I decided to stretch some sprue and just cut it to size and place it where required. This build for some reason was a bit of a mojo drainer. I don't know what it was. Perhaps it was because I was struggling to do the rigging, whereas 15 years ago, 10 years ago, when I was building World War I aircraft then, it wasn't really an issue for me and I quite enjoyed doing it. Perhaps that was it. As you can see in this shot, the two lower wings, they've got a pinkish tinge to them. What happened there was I put some satin varnish on the aircraft before putting the decals on, and I don't know whether it was a bit damp or a bit cold, but for some reason those two wings got a slight dusting effect on them. from that, so that was a bit unfortunate. The decals went down fine, as you can see. They look really nice against the red as well. The cockpit interior is painted, the machine guns obviously are painted as well. I think one of the mistakes I made was I hadn't put a primer on the kit, and I'd put the machine guns on, so then I couldn't put a primer on it because obviously I would get it all over the machine guns. So this is the red's just brush painted on this aircraft. There's like several coats of it in order to get it nice and opaque. The propeller that's just disappearing now. In the past I've managed to do a two-tone effect on propellers, but again for some reason it just wasn't working on this occasion, so I've just done it as one colour and gave it a gloss varnish as well, just to give it that gloss effect that I think a lot of propellers had during World War I. The construction of the kit wasn't too bad really. Those centre struts that are coming down from the upper wing down to the fuselage, one of them isn't actually touching the fuselage. I've bent it or pushed it so it looks like it's going in the direction it should be going, but it's not actually secured. So the one side did fit okay, but as I say, the other side didn't fit too well. But yeah, that's it. As I say, that's it. I'm glad to have this off the bench. I really want to get on and do something else now, but this is the first of the World War I aircraft that I've got in the stash to be built, so I'm quite chuffed with that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks to all the new subscribers who've joined the channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you to people who comment as well and give encouragement. Really do appreciate that, guys. And to the old hands who have stuck with me and still comment, thanks ever so much. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.